Okay. All right, everybody. Hello. Hello. I hope everyone is having a wonderful Monday. It's beautiful here in sunny New Albany, Ohio. I am here with Jennifer. Now you have to help me with how do you tell me help me?
Woytovich, Jennifer Woytovich.
Woytovich. Okay. So
Yeah,
I'm here with Jennifer. I always write W because I'm afraid I'm going to spell it wrong.
yeah,
So let me just explain how I came to meet Jennifer. And then I'm not going to do a lot of talking because her story is really interesting and I want you all to hear it from her. But I have been involved with Dress for Success since 1998. It started here in Ohio, in Columbus, and I was involved from the first time they got all the dresses together and put them at the King Arts Center, and we did workshops and we styled the young women who came in. And I've always had a special place in my heart. I've moved around a lot and kind of lost touch until I was at Talbot's, and then Joy, who's the CEO, she and I became friendly and became friends. And when I started Spiceteria, I said, I want to be able to give back to women and especially Dress for Success. And we were in her office talking, and I was talking about, some of the women that come through. And she was like, oh my gosh, you have to meet Jennifer. Jennifer is special. She is really special. And the products that she has are amazing. And she gave me some samples. And I was like, oh my God, this is so great. And so I reached out to you. And, you so gracefully and graciously gave us samples for some of our events. And women have been trying them. And, they were like, how do we buy them? We want these. This is great. It feels great. Smells good. And so I'm a fan. I know you have new fans. And hopefully after this evening, this conversation, you'll have even more fans. So, your journey is very interesting. Spiceteria is all about a journey. Most of the women are not where they started or even where they thought they were going to be,
yeah.
myself included. And your story is amazing, from financial analyst to now you own this business. So I'm going to stop talking right now, and I'd love for you to talk to us about what interests you in finance, and then what took you from there to where you are now. And
Yeah.
if I have questions or if questions post up, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Fair?
Absolutely. Kim, first of all, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure, and thank you so much for this opportunity for me to be live for everybody. Hi, everyone. So, as Kim mentioned, I do have a unique story. I was actually born in Taiwan, in a third world country, as an American citizen, and I grew up there. My first language is actually Mandarin. I
Oh,
learned English when I came here.
oh
When I was
wow.
13,
Okay.
it's sort of reversed. I learned English when I came here when I was 13 years old.
Oh my gosh. I
Yes,
can't imagine. I just can't imagine.
yeah, a little difference.
Yeah.
And 3 years later, through some experiences in life, I was homeless in New York City when I was 16.
Wow.
And at that time, I knew that I never wanted to be where I was again,
Right.
and I knew that education was the only way out for me to be out of that place in life. So my goal at the time was to finish school and have a career.
Hmm.
And after that, I was very blessed. I received a scholarship to go to college. It was the Seinfeld scholarship, offered by Jerry Seinfeld and his family.
Okay, well, you have to stop. Okay, so tell us more about that. So how did that happen? Because to go from coming to this country and not speaking the language, learning the language at 13, I mean, that's amazing in itself, because there are people who are born here and still can't speak the language very well. And then to have the additional challenge of being homeless,
Mhm.
and then to get this, how did that happen? Like,
Mhm.
what did that look like?
Yeah, it was definitely very, very hard, and it was a very tough journey, physically, mentally, emotionally. And but I knew since my go, I always knew that education was what I needed to get. So I kept my eye on the prize, and I pushed myself to stay in school. And even after school, I would stay in the library because I didn't have a home, or I didn't
Wow.
want to go back to the shelter to do my homework there. So I would stay after school at the library to do my homeworks, projects, reports, and stuff. I forced myself to stay in school
Yeah.
because I knew
I
that.
know that's hard. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was a challenge. It really was, and all around, like I said, emotionally, mentally, and physically too.
Yeah.
And by the time I was graduating high school, I actually applied to many scholarships, and I was always rejected.
Really?
I was rejected for every single one of them because nobody believed in me. Nobody believed that yes, because of my background, wasn't born here, just learned English, and being homeless, uh, a scholarship is an investment of money.
But you
And
know, and
yeah,
not to interrupt, but I just think that, you look at where the world is right now, and you know, our motto is always women support women. And you have all of these people who are, oh, it's America, and they want to stand in the way of progress. And I just believe that people are power, and it doesn't matter where you were born. It doesn't. There are some people who were born in the biggest house, and they have everything available to them, and could not sit down today with me and have a conversation about achievement because they have no idea about hard work. And I
right,
think that, the idea of being homeless, not knowing the language, and then to be turned down because of things that you can't control, like
right,
that's awful. But you still had the grit, right? And the
yeah,
courage to say, I
hmm,
know what I'm worth, and I'm just going to keep pushing. And I
right,
think that's a message that everyone needs to hear. You know, things set you back. And sometimes those things that set you back are things that you caused. But in your situation, you can't help where you were born. Right?
yeah,
You're a
yeah,
child. You're
right,
13.
right,
If for whatever reason, if something happened and you're homeless and
hmm,
you still push through, I just think that is just amazing. And that was, when talking to Joy, that was one of the things that made me so, like, just want to know more about you, because I know people that far less than that would set them back.
hmm,
So
yeah, yeah. Because I knew at that time it's either I give up or I push myself.
yeah,
There was only two options, and you have to pick one.
right, right.
So I
You
chose
picked the
that.
right one.
I picked the right one. Thank God.
Yes.
Yeah, so I knew that I needed to push myself, so I did the best I could. And it wasn't easy. I definitely was not easy. It took a lot, um, discipline
Yeah.
to keep going. And by the time I was graduating high school, I was rejected with many scholarships I replied to. 'Cause a lot of people didn't want to take the chance. They probably didn't think I would make it throughout the 4 years of college, given my track record and my background.
Yeah, but that wasn't your track record, right? It
Wasn't
was
my choice.
right,
It wasn't
exactly.
my choice, but it was the
Wow.
cards that I
Okay.
was dealt with.
Yeah.
Um, so I was almost at the point that I was giving up at that time because I tried and tried and tried, and by my junior year, and nobody wanted to, I guess, to help me move along to the next level. I was very devastated. And then one day, I was very blessed to have my math teacher at the time, my calculus teacher.
Hmm.
He ran to me one day and he says he saw a posting for the Seinfeld scholarship opportunity. And he says, "This is for you and you must apply. You have to do it." Even though at the time I was so disappointed and I
Sure.
honestly probably didn't have the energy to do another one and get rejected and get disappointed over again.
Right.
He pushed me. So I also thank God throughout my life that I've had, I guess, my guardian angels that helped me, push
Yeah.
me to the next step as well. So he pushed me to apply for the scholarship. And to my surprise, I honestly probably didn't expect for me to receive the scholarship, but in the end, I did. And
Okay.
I'm so grateful for that because it changed my life.
Wow.
Yeah, it was because of the scholarship I was able to go to college, and then I finished college, I obtained a degree, a BBA in finance, and that's how I started my career in the finance industry.
Wow.
And yeah, and the last place I worked for was for UBS,
Mm-hmm.
at the Bank of Switzerland.
Mm-hmm.
And after I worked in UBS for a few years, I reached a point that I realized I wanted more in life.
Okay.
When I was young, my goal was to get an education, get a career, and I did that. And
Yep.
I did both of those things. And now I've reached a point that I just wanted more out of life. And I wanted to, I was thinking, reflecting back in my life, and I realized that now I would like to, for the people that have helped me on the past, and for what I have learned about myself, I wanted to set an example for other kids and teenagers, and young people that are or have had gone through challenges or hardships, like me, or more or less. But I want to set an example for them that anything's possible if you just put in the work, put in the effort, and not give up on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And anything's possible.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's I'm sure people say it all the time,
Mhm.
right? They say anything's possible, but not
Mhm.
all people who say it have actually lived that, right? So you can talk the talk, but to
Mhm.
actually have walked the walk,
Mhm.
I'm sure, like, how do the teenagers respond to you? How do young people respond to you when you tell them? At first, are they like, oh, this woman has no idea? And then you tell them your journey, and they're like, oh,
Mhm. 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 Yeah, I think a lot of them thought, as you said, oh, this woman has no idea, and then because of where I am now,
right.
they didn't expect or don't think of the past that I've had, and I think the easiest way to relate to people is share your personal story, of what you've gone through and your experiences, and that can relate to them, and they will perceive you in a different way, that they respect you and they see that you have walked in their shoes and you understand them. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's what most young people, um, that's what relates with most young people, is if you understand them.
Right. Right. I think it actually, I think that relates with everyone.
Right. It
You
does.
know, I do. I think, you know, as adults, we kind of, we forget that we were young, right?
Right.
And we think, oh, we knew that, but we didn't know that. We didn't know a lot of what we know now. So
Right.
I think that that's awesome. So you're at USB, you want more from life,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is very cool. It's like you just continue to show your courageous spirit and your desire to live the best life possible.
Right.
So now you're at USB,
Mm-hmm.
and people are like, wow, that's amazing. You're at USB, and you're like, that's not enough.
Right. Yeah, I just felt like I hit a point. I always wanted to do more, and since I wanted to set an example, I knew that I was going to take more. Um, and I felt like I hit a point. I was at a stagnant in a career. It wasn't a bad career; it was a great career.
Sure. Oh
Clarifying.
yeah. Right.
But I just wanted more from myself, and I wanted more. I wanted to, be able to share my story to many more people than just a small group of people I knew. And again, I just wanted more out of life, and I wanted to accomplish, things I never had.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I decided to leave finance, and I wanted to start my own business. And I'm still working on it, getting there. And
Yeah.
to backtrack, when I left finance, I want to let people know that skincare is actually not my first business. Like many business owners, I have learned lessons in life that
Yeah.
only life can teach you. My first business was actually a trucking company, and I had a partner.
What?
Yeah,
Okay. Tell
yes,
us about that.
yeah. When I left finance, I got a partner who has hands-on experience with trucking, and I was great with managerial work and behind the desk. So we were a great partnership together in terms of running the business. However, after we started running the business, I realized that we had different business ethics.
Mm,
So we didn't work out. We split up.
yeah. I've
Yeah,
been there.
yeah. Um, different values, different ethics, different ways of thinking, I guess. And those are things that you really don't know until you're involved in the
That's right.
situation with them. So it was unexpected. I was disappointed again.
Yeah.
But it's life. You roll with it. You roll with the punches, and you figure it out. And you move forward. So after we dissolved the trucking business, I wanted to do something on my own, and I was always fascinated with the skincare and the beauty industry. And I'm a very health conscious person.
Hmm.
And as I grew older, I also tried out many brands of different skincare products, and I realized, and I've tried different brands of different, how should I say, different levels. So more luxurious
Hmm.
quality brands, and also um, lesser quality brands. And I realized that a lot of the brands, even at different levels, uh, the money I was paying somehow wasn't worth the quality that I thought I would get.
It's fascinating, right? Like you look at like Lemire, right?
Yeah,
And they talk about that the miracle whatever that marine miracle juice that they put in there,
yeah,
but
yeah.
the base is Nivea,
Ah,
right? Like people don't know that. Like those
right.
are the things that you find out. Like you're paying $400 for this. Yes, I just said it.
Hmm.
Lemire, the base is Nivea. Now, I don't know what's in the little miracle broth that they tell
Yeah,
you the story about,
right.
but the base for Lemire, which is what, $400 a jar,
Yes.
that is Nivea.
Yeah.
So good for you. You were like, "Yep, I want to know more. I'm jumping in." Great.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So that it was something I was passionate about and that I enjoy doing. So I wanted to create my own line of products that actually do carry quality ingredients, that also provide a healthy benefit or alternative naturally.
Hmm.
So I came out with a line of products that combine a spa-like therapeutic skin treatments into a day-to-day usage of skincare products, daily skincare products. So that's what I came out with. Yeah.
And the rest is history
The
because
rest is,
you have quite a few products. Like I have the book here. I'm sure you have your products, but
oh
uh, I have this here because I have a surprise for our Spiceteria
yeah. Oh,
attendees. So I have
oh,
a few of those packages that you gave me, you
oh,
put
nice.
together. I found a few of them and I was like, oh, I'm going to use them. Then I said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give them away. So
Great.
I just have a few of these left, but for all of you guys who are on there right now, for the first 5 people who DM me your address, you're going to get a package of the Gen Essence skincare, right? We
Oh,
have these great packets that Jen put together. And so you're going to, the first 5 people who DM me your address, you're
yeah.
going to get a special package and you're going to get the book that tells you about, oh my goodness, it's so incredible. And like, look how beautiful it is. Like, it's all about natural. It's all
Mm-hmm.
about natural. And my personal favorite is the eucalyptus, peppermint, and rosemary.
Yeah.
Like I just love the way it smells.
Mm-hmm.
I love the way it feels. And I was sharing with Jen, and I don't know if she knew this, but it also takes away scars. And so I had scratched my arm pretty badly. I don't think you can see here, but it was a bad scar. And I use that every day. And the scar is almost gone. And it's just so moisturizing. And I have eczema.
Yes.
So finding something that is that rich, but it's not greasy at all, right? Like if you
Yeah.
use Aquaphor or Eucerin or any of those heavy creams, it's greasy. I
Yeah.
can use the Restore and Refresh,
Yeah.
and it does exactly that. And it just leaves me very moisturized. I don't have to update it, through the day. Sometimes you get dry. I don't have to do that. And so I love that. What I haven't tried yet are the facial products, which
Mm-hmm.
I do want to try those, but I don't do a lot with my face. I wash it with Cetaphil, and then I just use serum. So I do like the
Mm-hmm.
10% vitamin C drops
Mm-hmm.
with the hyaluronic
Yeah.
serum,
Mm-hmm.
and then antioxidant face oil. And I mix that together, and that's all I put on my face with some
Great.
sunscreen.
Yeah.
So I'd love for you to give me recommendations of what I could use from your line on my face. But yes, I've already gotten some DMs. Okay, guys, the
First five.
first five DMs,
Yeah.
put your address. I'm sending it out. You're gonna love it, love it, love it.
First five.
So first five.
Yeah.
So you're going to have 10 more customers because they're going to tell somebody. And then like Fabergé,
Yeah.
right? And so on and so on and so
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. That's
So
great. Thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah. So now tell me, you got into it, and I mean the packaging is beautiful. Do you do all the marketing? Like tell me how you run your business. Is this all you?
So yes, this is all me. I'm
Wow.
doing. I'm wearing multiple hats at the same time. It does get challenging. Yeah, it's a lot of work. It honestly is.
I know.
It is. It is all me. I'm currently doing everything. Even I'm still hand making the products myself
Oh
at
my
the moment.
goodness.
Yeah. So I started.
Wow.
Yeah, I started as actually hand making the products myself. Since I created them, I wanted to make sure that they come
Yeah.
up. If they actually, it's the right formulas with the right ingredients with the quality that I should have. So
Hmm.
I started doing this as making the products myself, and I'm even though I'm shopping around for a manufacturer now, but I am still making a product hands on myself.
And
Yeah,
do you have any leads on manufacturers?
I have a couple, and I'm in the middle of discussing with them. I have to see if they carry the ingredients that I use.
Yeah.
That's the most important part, and then they have to do the price quotes. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now because there are a few here, with my background being with BBW and consumer goods,
Mhm.
if you ever need help, we have people that can.
That would be great. I'm always looking. I'm shopping around, so I can definitely reach out to them and discuss and see what they can come up with. That
Yeah.
I would love to do that.
Yeah, we know some scientists. There's the beauty park here
Yeah.
in Columbus, and then there's several places like when I first left, and I was thinking of doing something about packaging for skincare, and
Mhm.
I was really surprised to know that there were as many skincare manufacturers in New Jersey as there
Mhm.
are. So
Mhm.
that's great.
Yeah.
So I'm looking down because I see all the people who are on here. Do you guys have any questions for Jen? Just post them here, and I'll ask her. So, Jen, what are your favorite? I mean, I know this is your whole family, right? But
Yeah.
we don't all, some
Mhm.
people love their kids all the same. But do you have
Yeah.
any favorites here?
Yeah. I do.
Okay, so tell
I
us
do.
about them and tell us why.
Well, for the face cream, I love the night cream.
Okay.
So I carry facial creams and I carry body products. The facial creams are facial rejuvenation cream and anti-aging creams. There's a day one and a night one. I love the night one. The only difference between the day one and the night one is the night one has retinol as well. So
Okay.
both of them has vitamin C, vitamin E, CoQ10, which is very anti-aging and boosts collagen production, and the night one has retinol. Retinol is vitamin A. Um, they say daytime products shouldn't carry retinol because the sun actually breaks down vitamin A's. So the nighttime cream has the retinol as well. And the night one is scented slightly with natural lavender.
Oh, okay.
So
I
it's
need that.
perfect.
So I'm gonna.
It's
Okay,
perfect
so
to
I'm
go
gonna
to sleep
put
with.
that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the daytime one is actually scented with roses and neroli, which those
Mm,
two, yeah, so those two actually naturally is a mood booster, they say. And it
okay.
has good anti-aging properties as well. Back in the days, people bathed in rose petals because rose oil naturally is very anti-aging and carries multiple antioxidants that treats your skin. Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't. So,
Yeah.
because I've seen like the rose
Hmm.
water spray, and I just thought it was like, why would you put that? But I guess there are real properties for that. I'm just so low
If,
maintenance on
if
my face, so
right, yeah. If it's natural rose oils, if it's just synthetic fragrances, it won't provide any benefits.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. So those are your favorites, and then what if not everything's anti-aging? So what does anti-aging even mean? Help us with that. What does that mean? Because we're all aging. So what does anti-aging mean?
Yeah. So anti-aging, literally, like the word, it's prevent you from aging further.
Okay, so if I started to use something today,
Hmm.
it's not going to make me look younger, but it's going to help me maintain what I look like now.
It would help you maintain, and certain ingredients in my creams, also like the CoQ10, it boosts collagen production. So,
Oh, okay.
right, so it actually boosts your cells and your on your face, and it plumps your skin with new cell generation. So
So
it,
like this would go away? Would
yes,
it like
yeah.
kind of do that? These lines, these laugh lines, would they kind of go away?
Yes, it should. Yes, it should help with it, definitely.
That's my thing right
Hmm.
here. Okay.
It's not bad at all. You can barely see it.
Yeah, I see it.
But we're all our own hardest
Oh,
critic. Yeah.
yeah, I'm a mess. Uh, the other thing so what about under eye?
Hmm.
Like, is there anything that you have that's good for under eye?
So I use my creams for my whole face, including my under eye.
Oh, I
And
didn't know you could do that.
yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, you absolutely can. I mean, those creams are good for your skin overall. So absolutely, it will be great for your under eye too.
so
Hmm.
that's great because there are so many products out there that say don't use by your around your eye or that it doesn't do anything for your eye. But I think that makes perfect sense. If you could put it on your face, why can't you put it up under your eye? So
Hmm.
that tells me it's safe. All right,
Right.
so we're gonna have to talk because I want to get some other
Sure.
stuff. Yes.
Absolutely.
The other thing that I want to talk about, because now I think I have more than 5 people who want gifts, but it's first five. The other thing I do want to talk about, though, is Dress for Success. So,
Okay.
where did Dress for Success come into your journey, and How has it helped you? Because Spiceteria has been a supporter of Dress for Success here in Columbus, and we've had events where we've donated money towards some of their programs, and we're about to do something else with one of their large fundraisers. So I'd love for you to share with our group how important I'm sorry, Dress for Success is, and what how that informed where you are today.
Sure. So I first joined Dress for Success when I just graduated college. Even though I pushed myself and I got a scholarship and I went to school and I graduated, during that time, throughout my years of in school and being in college, I was in another nonprofit organization for adolescents. At the time, it's called The Door.
Hmm.
And I was going there to see a therapist. I couldn't afford a therapist, and with everything that I've already gone through, and it was very challenging. And I also started living on my own when I was in high school.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I got a part-time job. I started living on my own when I was in high school. It was a lot
Yeah.
for me, for someone who um, was so young at the time, and a lot to deal with.
Yeah.
So I was going to see a therapist at the door. I knew that I just needed that emotional support and mental support and healing that I've never had and never gotten.
Hmm.
So I went to see a therapist throughout my time when I was in college. And upon graduating, I am aged out
Okay.
of the door. I had to
Mm.
leave. So she
Okay.
didn't want to just kick me out in a way.
Sure. Yeah.
She asked me what is it that I needed for a last help that she can possibly provide me.
Hmm.
And at the time, I told her, honestly, I don't have. I was working minimum wage jobs. I was paying bills, paying rent, and
Hmm.
I was very tight on budget.
In New
So
York, right? In
In
New
New
York.
York. In New
In New
York.
York.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't have a lot. I was just making ends meet.
Yeah.
So I told her, now that I'm graduating, my next step is to start working, and I really don't have a lot of the essentials that I needed to for a professional field. I didn't have the clothes, I didn't have the shoes, and whatever else I needed. So I told her, it would be great if there's any organization or anyone out there. I mean, those were the items that I needed. That's what I told her.
Yeah.
So she did some research and she found Dress for Success for me and she referred me there.
Okay.
And when I walked in Dress for Success, I've been with them for 10 years now.
Wow.
And yeah, I've been with Dress for Success 10 years. Like when I graduated college, as soon as I finished college, that was where I went to.
Mm-hmm.
I walked in, I really honestly just thought that I was going to get some free clothing, some professional clothing, some
Yeah.
shoes, or some just essentials that I needed to go on interviews and start working. And it turned out to be so much more. I didn't realize they have this such a huge network of support and even networking opportunities, classes, workshops that they have for you. And the people there that work there were just so supportive of you,
Mm-hmm.
and they are there to encourage you. And it was mind blowing, and I stood with them because it was like a new family that I didn't realize
Yeah.
that I can
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
So it turned out to be so much more, and they were always one of my fans, pushing me to move forward and do better and being there for me. They mean a lot to me because they have been such a big fan of me and
Yeah.
such a big support and made all the difference in my life for me.
Well, it's so important that you say that because I I know we say it, but I don't know how much people really realize how important just support,
Hmm.
exposure,
Hmm.
that just gives you the empowerment that you need
Hmm.
to make that next step, right? Life is hard and it can
Yeah.
be so much harder when you're by yourself, right?
Right.
And so, I think that for anyone who's watching us now, I'm sure most of you know about Dress for Success, but I don't know how many people personally know someone who has benefited from the services of Dress for Success.
Hmm.
And when you think about COVID and funding, like their big fundraiser, they're going to have to do virtually. I don't know how those fundraisers are working. I think it's tough. And, their largest funders have had to step away. So when you're thinking about who do I want to support, how can I support, and I'm talking to everyone who's watching us right now, Jen is an example. She's doing extremely well now because she has her own line. It's her second business, but I'm just going to keep putting this up there because I want people to know about this line of product one more time. But it
Thank you.
wasn't a straight, of course, it wasn't a straight line there, right? And for
Mm.
10 years, Dress for Success has been her support. And so this is Spiceteria, women support
Yeah.
women.
Hmm.
And so what I'm asking you to do as a result of this time with Jen is support her line, right? Go to jenessence.com, right? I'm going to put the information, I'm sorry, .net. So it's jenessence.net. And she has a Facebook page. She's on Instagram and she has a site where you can buy her products. And then
Hmm.
also consider, how can you help Dress for Success? There might be someone there who just needs that extra little support, hug, step up, opportunity to start their own business
Hmm.
or to work for you. I mean, it's just, that's what we do. That's what women should do for each other, because when we come together and we support each other, it is amazing what we are able to accomplish. And
Hmm.
so I'm just so excited that we met. I love
Yeah,
your
thank
product.
you. Thank you.
I want the nighttime cream. I definitely want the nighttime cream because I've been using Rock at night.
Hmm.
It's all gone. And instead of me going to CVS and buying more rock, I'd rather use your nighttime cream. So I'm going to get that. And I
Thank
need
you.
some more Restore and Refresh.
Uh,
And I want to remind everybody, first 5 people, I've seen people popping through, but now I've lost track of how many people, but I'm still putting it out there. First 5 people who give me your DM, I'm going to send you a special packet and some information about Jen Essence. And so, Jen,
yes.
if there's something you want to leave our watchers with, what do you want them to know about you and about Jen Essence? And look, I don't think this is the last time we're going to hear about you. I think Jen Essence is just one stop. There's going to be something else. I'm sure. I get that feeling from you. You are a warrior. So let us know, like, what do you want to leave us with?
Well, throughout my journey, I want people to remember for my business is about supporting each other and setting a positive example for others. And throughout my journey, having a positive, speaking of support, having the right support is
Yeah.
important. Having the positive influences is important. And I want people to realize the kind of support that they have to honestly evaluate, are they positivities or are they negativities?
Yes.
And you need the right support in your life to move forward.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So
Yeah.
just to recap for people who just joined us, because
Sure.
we're almost up for our time, but
Right.
Jen has owned 2 businesses. She came here at 13 from Taiwan, did not speak English, had to learn English, was homeless, was emancipated as a teenager,
Mhm.
and had to find a way to get to college. She did all of that, was a financial analyst with USB, and now she's sitting here with us in Spiceteria telling us about her amazing business and the future. So when you are talking to people or you're
Mhm.
feeling down on yourself, I
Mhm.
want you to look at this video because this, Jen, is the face of resilience and grit and courage. And I'm just so excited to have you here. And I'm very proud of your journey. And I hope we can be a part of it as you continue to go forward in any way we possibly can. And I know for a fact that the women of Spiceteria are going to support you. And you know we're going to be there. We want to be. That's what we are. Women
Yeah.
support women.
Woman. Yeah.
Period.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and thank you for having me. Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is a wonderful time being able to share.
That's great. I appreciate you. And I'm going to keep this posted for a couple days. And
Okay.
I'm going to also, so it'll be posted around on YouTube. I'll make sure that it didn't show me that it came up on Instagram, but I'll make sure that it's posted there.
Okay.
And then we're going to post how people can get um, your products. Yes, someone just posted here. They said, yes, women support women,
Yes.
period. That's right. Hashtag women united. So
Yeah.
this has been fantastic. And come
Thank
back
you.
anytime. And when you have new products and you want to share them with us, please do. But
Absolutely.
I'm going to play. Can I just go to the website after we're finished and get my night cream?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to do that. And you guys go to the website, jenessence.net. I'm going to post it. Thank you so much for being with us tonight.
You're
This has been
welcome.
great.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. All right. All right, guys. We'll see you later.
All right.
We'll see you tomorrow. So, tomorrow we have the B word. That's going to be interesting. It's all about boundaries. Surprised you.
Kim, before
Yes,
we go, can I just mention one thing?
of course.
So, a few weeks ago, the Dress for Success branch in Oklahoma City was actually destroyed.
Yes.
Yeah, so I spoke with Joy, and I would love to do something if I can give back. So I created a discount code,
Oh,
DF,
great.
yeah, DFS20, to be used on the website for anybody that would love to order. They will receive 10% off, and
Okay.
20% of all sales will be donated to Dress for Success for the rest of the year in 2020.
Okay, I'm putting it in the comments.
Sure.
DFS20
Yeah.
genessence.net.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just posted that.
And it's posted
And
on the website as well for
okay,
anyone that missed the code.
fantastic. So that's posted there. We'll post that on the website. That's very important because I forgot about that. Thank you for that reminder. Yes,
No
so
problem.
DFS20, when you go to genessence.net,
Yes.
you get 20% off, and 20% goes towards restoring Dress for Success, right?
Right. 10,
Perfect.
10% off, and then 20% goes
10.
to Dress for Success.
Okay,
All
that's
sales.
great. That's great. Okay, so say it one more time, just so, because a few more new people have just jumped on. So tell us again about DFS20.
Oh, so DFS20 is the discount code for 10% off of any orders, and 20% of all sales it's donated to Dress for Success for the rest of the year 2020.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you guys got it. genessence.net, DFS20. It's
Um, un-
posted
yeah,
and
unlimited
it's on the
use.
website.
You can use it as many times as you want.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get that rebuilt. We're
Yeah.
gonna continue to support.
Yeah.
And the sky is the limit. Like I don't see you just there's nothing that's gonna hold you back. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And women support women and go for it. Really, really excited for you,
So
Jen.
important. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, guys, have a great evening. And if you have any questions, let me know. And I can't wait to see who were the first 5 people to give me their address so they can get a special gift from Jen. All right, guys. Bye.
Thank you.
All
Bye.
right. Take care.
Have a good one.
Yes, you too.